I got it, got it. So you are talking like, for example, if I am scanning target B,
Yeah.
your question is, in that B machine, should I install any softwares, right? Correct? Me if I am
Yes,
wrong.
yes, yes. Sir, exactly correct.
Yep, got it. So yeah, I will be highlighting that also. Let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Let us. Anyhow, I have started the recording, but I made a note of you. I will start with this point only. And anyone else have some more questions? Yes, you can come and like highlight in next 2 minutes. So then I will be answering one and one all questions. Then I will be moving forward. Anyone else? No
I
one
have a few
wants
more
to.
questions, sir. I will ask like at the end of the session. Maybe you may cover in this session, so I don't want to disturb you. Like
Got it. Got it.
at the end, I will ask those questions. If it's clear, I will. If it is not, like let me ask it.
Got it. Got it. Okay. This question, like what you ask, might be scenario based, and answers are yes and no both. Okay, for this. So good, you highlighted. I will be covering that. So done with 2 minutes. Starting with my session now. So once again, good morning to all. Uh, yes, happy weekend also I can say, because after this session, I don't guess there will be any more sessions. That also depends upon the time frame and discussion. Okay. So apart from that, yes, today hardly that will be the last session. If required, 1 hour session, or is that will be covered here itself. So I'm expecting that is going to cover here itself. Moving forward with my discussion. So in the previous session, we had discussed, or I have introduced the tool which is called as Nessus, which is a vulnerability scanner. And in that Nessus tool, we have also discussed regarding the black box scan and what different type of scan we can do, what is the important of plugins. There should be direct connectivity. If there is a firewall in place, then yes, what are the hurdles, what is the better way of scanning, etc. Then after, we are going to discuss today gray box scanning, where today I will be targeting live systems which will be of Linux plus Windows. For black box, again, a firewall and a device. So these things will be in my scope. We were also doing the project. Like I also updated you, assume that if you are doing the project for SIEM, so how to create folder and how to do all those stuffs. Yes, so I was also discussing all those stuffs. Next, moving forward, just kindly confirm if you are able to see my screen.
Yes, sir. Able to see you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. So yes, moving forward here. So I also discussed like we can create black box scan in this manner, and then yes, you can go and you can scan those. You can scan those in that your folder. So yes, your scans are going to look like this post scanning in that folder. So this is how it was for the black box. So here you can see this is how the outputs look like. So already I guess today the NSS license is expired or will be going to expire. That I'm not sure on that part
तो ये
because
सब कैसे और वाली कर रही है
team you can mute yourself. Just make a note of it. License expiration by 6th November. But I got today itself a message like expired. But yes, we will be seeing that if that is going to work, we have one more day extra. That is well and good. But more or less, already I already requested you people to mute. If not, I need to come explicitly and mute all. Yes. So more or less, uh, anyhow, I have went and scanned yesterday night or evening. So the what I can say this necess of gray box. So anyhow, I have the results, but practically we will be doing that and try to understand because for scanning it will take around sometimes 19 minutes or it all depends half an hour sometimes 1 hour it all depends upon the network. Okay, so for that reason I went and I have already scanned those Windows IPs and kept in the system like latest yesterday scan. So if some issues also will come or if my license is going to expire, but still I have the results. The approach is same. I will be updating to you. So yes, coming to the question of one of the candidate who has a question the manner like I will let me frame into the pictographic representation. Like just a second. So yes, here, for example, if this is my machine, so from here, if I'm going to scan this target machine, okay, this is the target machine. So a question from one of the candidate was like, do we need to install any tools on the target? So the answer will be yes and no, both. Like how means, for example, in our scenario, the currently which we are doing, we have installed the necess. We have installed, this is the system, IP config, okay. No need of IP config also, but still showing. So you can see here IP address is 0.140. This is what the jump server is, okay. So we have the IP 0.140, okay. So from 140 last digit only I am mentioning 140, and we are scanning what targets we scan now 0.127. Also you can take in black box. In black box what are the 0.119, okay. You have scanned 0.119, 0.127 or something, whatever other the IPs which you are scanning. So those are like uh, targets IPs, we can say. So in that target IP, where the Nessus tool was installed, can anyone tell where we have installed the Nessus tool?
Actually, we have in 140 we have installed Nessus tool.
Yeah, so this is what my jump server, right?
Yes.
Jump server. So jump server was my machine. In jump server, I installed the Nessus tool. Then after, I scan the target, which is of different IPs in my network, I can say. So I have not installed any agents or anything on the target machine. Clear? But for some of the scenarios, okay, it all depends. In few of the scenarios, what will happen? There will be a requirement. You need to install the agent on the target. Getting my point? You need to install the agent on the target machine. So, like to understand this, first, let me tell it in simple words. If now how you people are connected, from which tool you are connected to this session?
Zoom.
Zoom. If you are aware, now I am not 100% clear on Zoom, but yes, I am aware of Teams. So let either take example of Zoom or take the example of Microsoft Teams. Okay. So if you want to connect to me via Zooms, I am going to install the Zoom agent in my system, and it depends. You can install the Zoom, the same criteria, and attend the meeting. So what you are doing there, you are installing an agent there. Are you getting my point? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You have also installed the agent. What is that agent? Zoom, like Zoom, that is also a soft exe file. You have installed that, and then yes, we are connected via Zoom now. But there is second scenario. I am not sure with the what I can say browser version of Zoom, but yes, it happens in Team. No need to install the Microsoft Teams app in your computer, but you can open directly from the browser. Agree?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What exactly there you means, you are not going to install that agent on your computer, but yes, directly you can open in the browser, and from there you can even attend the calls, you can text, you can attend these meetings also. That is possible. So that is the case. Like when I say you need to install agent, so it depends upon the scenario. If you take Zoom, I am not aware, but I think yes, Zoom will not support browser version. So you need to install agent irrespective of the cases to attend the call. But yes, the same scenario fits if you are aware of Google Meets, correct? So you can install the app also on your computer or mobile. More or less, you can join anonymously with a link also. So what exactly it means? For few of the apps, agent is mandatory. For few of the applications, agent is not required. When I say agent is not required, you can install also. It all depends. Like the same scenario, now I made the concept clear of agent here. Why we call it as agent, and how it is directly used in our cases. Now there is one scenario, okay, how this happens. For example, in a company, if you want to do the scanning, so these are on premises, these are on Azure cloud, few of the companies like they also do, yeah, this is also fine, I guess. Tenable IO, you will get the what this is now high level of the Nessus versions, okay. Tenable products, these are the high level version. Tenable.io is used for vulnerability management. Tenable SCs, Tenable Security Center. There are a number of products here, okay, of the Nessus. So, for example, if this is your infra, you are able to see the screen, right? able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yep. So if this is your infra, now you understood, like when I say install, like on the target installing agent means try to understand what I am trying to say in my own words. So yes, here Tenable IO, you will get some admin console. I can say, okay, this admin console will be at one position. Now the challenge will be here. This infra will be in one location. This will be on your cloud. This will be on your this you can assume that this will be in the north of India. This will be in the cloud. Okay, this is on the cloud. You can assume your infra is on the south. Okay, south. So now ideally everything is different. Now if these organizations are very big, practically or technically asset management is a big issue, because you need to monitor or manage thousands of devices or endpoints. And when it comes to vulnerability management, we are not only talking about a laptop, computer, server, desktop, but all the network devices which can be. So that will become a big challenge. So in this scenario, you know what will be happening? You will get a master console here where you can log in into the tenable.io and Nessus scanner, Nessus monitor. Okay, you will be installing agents here. Okay, agents here I can say. So these agents, whatever the agents you are installing, this will be Nessus agents. Okay, these Nessus agents will be interlinked with this internet connected, and this will be linked with your master console. So this is also a scenario, but this will go on the high level. You will not find very low level or mid scale, because that use is not necessary, because you need to pay high for that. Unnecessary, some if you can manage your assets in 3 lakhs, why you will go and invest 10 lakhs? Yes. So that is the scenario. So no one will move forward and do that. But yes, there is a possibility you can install the agents on your like different locations, Nessus agents, and that's Nessus agents you can connect with your main admin console. You can sit here itself and you can monitor the all other regions, like whatever the locations are. So hope I answered your question right now. Whoever question me, hope it's clear and
Yes, sir.
it's
Yes,
clear
sir.
for all.
Yeah, clear.
So that is also a case. Configuring that will be little bit tedious task, but yes, practically they will be having that. Once you go into that infra, little bit you are aware of the network, you can move forward. Now, coming to my own slides, like resuming or recalling my discussion, I can say that we have discussed till here, right? 32 slide, I remember. Credential scan that needs to be start, policy configuration completed. From 32, we need to continue. So credential scan. So now you people are already aware. You people are already aware of black box scan. Let us go today and let us do the same project. Where is that? Yeah, in Jump server. Minimize. This is what the vulnerability management. This was the black box project which we were doing. Same day. Now let us go and create one more folder. Gray box. Okay. You can go and create a folder which is gray box. Open this folder. So today in gray box, what are the target IPs? Okay. So let me open this. Okay. Not folder, sorry. Gray box IPs. Let me write here gray box IPs. Just a second. Let me open my WhatsApp and take the details. Where it is, yes. So gray box IPs 192.168.0.125. Next 192.168.0.142. Next, I guess, just a second, Windows IP, let me check. So in scope, there will be only a few other I will be showing you, because like, assume that if you face any issues or errors, then how the result will be. I will be covering that also. Next IP 192.168.0.119. Okay. And next IP 106.50. So this will be black box, not required. One more IP is there, I guess. One more IP. Where is the chat? Yeah. 125, 142. First two are Windows. Last three are Linux. In that first two are Windows. Last two will be Linux. Okay. 192.168.0.120. As it is gray box, I am disclosing the what I can say type of OS here. I will be going and saving this. So now you got the gray box scope. Already I disclosed you that these first two are Windows IP and last two are anyone? Last two are
Linux.
Linux.
First, what will be my approach if I get in a gray box? Anyone? What should I do?
We have
As
to
you,
check the connectivity.
very good. Let us go and check the connectivity. Yes, let me check the connectivity here. What to do to check connectivity?
Either ping or nmap we can.
Let us go with the first approach, ping 168.0.125. Working? Reachable?
Yes.
Next typing? Reachable? You need to interact.
Yes,
Next
sir.
IP? Yes. Others also. Try to
Yeah, it
involve.
is reachable.
Reachable. Next IP is 127.
So,
Don't worry, I am not someone who comes here and by heart my slides.
Yes, sir.
If you talk in between, I forget what to speak next. Okay,
yes.
come shout in my class also. There are few trainers, when you shout, when you cross question in between, they forget what to speak. Not in my case. So you can happily come and speak, talk also. Yeah, you need to talk one by one, because not to create the white noise where no one can understand what we are speaking. It should not be fish market. Okay, that's it. My intention. So done. All four IPs are reachable.
Yes, sir.
Assume that if ping is not working, what will be the next move? How to check?
Nmap.
Very good. What will be the command in nmap?
nmap-p and
Nmap happen.
Next. Only that's enough. This
OA
will be enough.
version.
Yes, this is
Yeah, because as we are doing gray box, we can use capital O also. Got it. Next, anything else to require? -pn means don't ping. -capital O means do operating system scan. Anything else required? If you want, you can go with fast scan with 100 ports. If not, you can go with 1000 ports. It's your choice. I went, I scanned, first typing. Did I get ports open?
Yes, sir.
What type of OS is running? Nmap is telling
Windows.
Windows 2012. It's a server.
yeah, Windows 2012 R2 12 7 8.1. So direct or indirectly, it is telling that this IP belongs from Windows family, right? Now you
Yes.
got ports as also open. Good. Next IP, what is the next IP?
142.
142. Very good. Let's do the scanning on 142.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Unknown ports, they are like some of the ports are showing unknown, sir. What can you please explain, sir? What exactly is that? If some like malware is there, then how can we get to know, sir? Like some unknown ports is showing, sir. TCP 49,152 TCP open.
I will come. This, after validating the results also we can do, but just make a note of this, not to come out of the flow, not answering this answer at that moment. But
Okay,
yes,
no
you can
problem.
come at the last. Make a note.
Okay,
Good,
thank
you
you.
highlighted. I will be telling you that also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So 142. Next flow. Next.
119.
चलो आओ चिल्लाओ बात करो. Open. Next.
127.
All IPs are reachable now.
Yes, sir.
Even it is telling that this is Linux, right? Something Linux version. We are less worried about versions. Okay. Less worried about versions, but at least it did not say me that it belongs to Windows family, right? Whatever you are getting the results, that is of Linux, whatever the flavors it might be. But yes, it is telling last two OSs of Linux family, first two is of Windows family. So I am good to go with the activity, right?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Because I have checked the prerequisites. Now, one more add on here, as it was black box, we should not worry about it, right? Because nothing is required. But if it is gray box or credential scan, we know that first two are Windows, next two are Linux. We know that Windows and Linux. So now for Windows and for Linux, there is one prerequisites, I can say. That prerequisites is port 445 should be open, and for Linux,
Port 22.
port 22 should be open to perform credential scan. This is mandatory. If these two ports are closed on the respective OS, your scan will not be credential scan. Am I clear?
Yes.
This is very, very important. I can say this is very, very important that the two ports should be open. For Windows, port 445 should be open, plus for Linux, port 22 should be open, must, mandatory. If you get all the rest of the ports, like out of 65,535 ports, assume that 65,534 ports are open, and only this port is not open, you cannot perform credential scan. Directly I am telling you. सर इतने पोर्ट्स तो खुले हैं ना कहीं से हम घुस जाएंगे अंदर, नहीं घुस सकते. Not possible. Okay, these many ports are open, right? 65,000 ports are open. We can enter from any of the ports. Not possible. Nessus will only use to log in into the target machine with these two ports. If it is Windows 445, if it is Linux, port 22. So let us, already we have scanned. Let us check that our prerequisites is fulfilled or not. Let us check. So this was the first IP, right? First, 127. If it is Windows machine, sorry, 125. If it is Windows machine, so is it open?
Yes.
Yes.
And just remember, on a safer side, if port 445 is open properly, then 135 and 139 will be also open by default. Okay, so you can make a note of it. Sometimes in some scenarios, you will not find 135 and 139 port open. So something like there might be restrictions for that reason. So, but the root cause is 445. Okay, so it's open. Next, on next IP 142, is it open or closed? Open or closed?
Open.
140 open. 142 is Windows, so it's open. Next is Linux.
Yes.
So
Port
yes,
23 is
It's open.
open, right? Next is also Linux.
Yes. Port 22 is
That's
Yes, sir,
also
open.
open, sir.
Open. It means now we are good to go. If this is the gray box, so these are the additional checks that you need to perform. But it was black box.
Only
Least
ping
bother
is,
about the black box. Huh?
if it is a black box only, whether it is pingable or not, that is enough.
Yeah, but one more thing you can make a note in the black box. At least you should get one open port, okay, to scan. That is, if that is ping, you can go and scan. That is well and good. At least one port should be open to scan something if it is black box. So just you can come here and see whether you are getting results or not, and assume that if in black box, if nothing, if you are able to ping, you can go and scan, but no ports are open, you will not get any results. You will get only info results, only info, because you are scanning the IP, nothing is running like that. So just make a note of it. Now moving forward, to configure a policy, already we checked from the nmap, we checked the prerequisites, we ping, we done nmap, we saw everything, ports are also open. Next, my target is to open the SSN scan, right? Coming here, I will be preferring the policy scan. Click on the policy. Can you guide me how to create a policy? How
Yeah,
to
is
create
it
a
policy.
click on a policy, then new policy?
okay, click on policy, new policy. Before that, already I created the gray box scan because already yesterday I scanned. So you need to go create a folder which is called gray box scan. Okay. So now I'm going and creating a policy, new policy. Okay. Next.
Advanced scan.
Advanced.
Okay. Next.
Name the file.
Name the
Plugins.
file.
Sir, sorry to interrupt here. Like, could you please come back one step back? There are some doubts. So here, sir, like if we are going with advanced scan, it will perform whatever the scan will be available, right?
Right.
So if we want to go with the particular one, like any other web application or Wanacry, so if we click on that only, that related thing will be scanned. Am I right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
So here that related thing only will be scanned. Fine. Name the file. What should I name the file?
Same project gray box.
Yeah, gray box scan. Is it for Windows or Linux? We have two different targets. So both can be done in one scan or different scan is my question now here.
Yes, we can scan.
But better not to go and scan in one scan. Okay.
Separate
the depend upon OS. For Windows, create other policy. For Linux, create separate policy. Am I clear?
Yes.
So now, how many policies should we create?
Two.
Two policies. Okay. Now let me clear your doubt. One more doubt here itself. Two policies we should create. So you said very good. Two policies should we create. Got it. So what will be the first policy name? That will be for Windows, right?
Windows.
Second policy will be for
Linux.
Linux. Now, one more headache. For example, if your Windows, so there will be to log in, you will be entering username and password, right? Because
Yes,
in
sir.
credential tab, you will be entering the credentials. That is only the credential scan. To do credential scan, you require username and password. Now, one more headache. If for these two IPs, username and password is same, then only one policy you can scan two IPs. What if password is different, username is same, or if username and password is also different, both is, you need to create a separate policy. Am I clear? In Windows, again, you need to create window 1, window 2 policy because passwords are different. So only policy will work when you have the same username and password. Okay. So in our scenario, currently for Windows, username and password is same. So no need to bother about it. But yes, if password is different, how this use policy will work? So that is the case. Just to make a note of it. So here, Gray box scan for Windows. Windows, okay. Windows. Plugins. What to disable?
DDoS.
DDoS.
Hmm.
Denial.
Backdoors
Backdoor.
and gain shell remotely.
Okay, fine. Compliance. Untouched.
No complaints, no credentials.
No credentials. Are we doing black box?
We have to give credentials.
We have
Yes.
to give credentials. We will come last to this tab. Let us complete this settings button. How we go and do for black box? Off this. Come here. 1 to 65,535. And rest nothing will be changed.
And
If you want to
UDP,
go UDP, that
Yeah.
you can go and check. Optional, not required in this moment, but it will take much time. So now everything is done as from the black box perspective. Now come here. Now Windows, click on Windows. Don't double click. Remember, don't double click. If you double click, 2 times it will be created. See here. So make sure that you are clicking only single time properly. That console will get open. Password. So username will be for Windows. I need to check. I don't remember. Yeah, the username is RSIGHT ArcSite. The password is anyone? Do you know password?
ArcSite 123 hash.
No, I guess
I don't
ArcSite
know.
@1.
Accepted one.
So password is I am typing here first ArcSight @1. This is the password. Okay. So just cut this, pasting here, because when I am typing, even I don't know what I am typing for that reason. So this was the password. ArcSight A capital @1 is the password. Assume that if this computer in its domain, so what will be the domain name? Like SIEM. Like what domain you are visiting in Google? If you go, even I don't know what is the domain. What it will be? Yeah. What was he? How is his web page visible? So what is the domain here?
cmexpert.com.
Yeah, so this will be your domain. So for example, now this is not in domain, but how if it was in domain, this is the domain you need to enter. Clear? So whatever the domain, abc.com, so whatever it will be, that you need to enter here. But as of now, no need, because this is only the local admin credentials. This is what we are scanning with the admin credentials. So that will be fulfilled. So this is only the additional tab that you need to touch if you are doing gray box. Done. Now go and save this policy. So already a Windows policy was created, so don't like ignore all those. Today we created this policy. Now just gray box scan Windows. Fine. Now let us go and quickly create Linux also. New policy. Advanced. Some other volunteers can come and now help me with. Not same voices. I need some different voices if possible. Out of 30, I guess last few were speaking. Now, if others can also come and unmute and speak, that will be great. Tell me, what should be disabled in plugins?
Yeah. Backdoors.
Mm-hmm.
Gain shell.
Denial service,
Denial
Ga-
service.
cancel remotely.
Gain shell remotely. This
Yes.
reads.
Now, compliance untouched. As we are doing credential scan, we will be touching this, but in last. So come to settings. Tell me name. Your name or my name. Anything can work, but what we are doing now?
Linux.
Linux. So what I should write? Gray box Linux. Fine. Linux policy. You can write your name also. That is why we are writing, because to differentiate. That's it. What should I do in ping? Ping should be
Disabled.
disabled. Port scanning.
To give the port number.
Port
Range
number
126
5005.
1 to
65
35.
5,
65,535.
60,
Can't is happens, but 335.
535.
535. Okay. Oh, intentionally I was going wrong.
Mhm.
So got it. Now, if it is Linux, you need to come here,
Yes.
select SSH. If it is Windows, you need to select Windows. So now in Linux, we are creating, click on SSH. Instead of public key, select password, drop down, change to password. Now this password. So is anyone have any idea what is the username and password of Linux? I guess the username is root. Password is SPLUNK, Splunk. Okay. Now, how
Sir,
many people?
here, like instead of providing the root credentials, either we can create a user over there and providing some requester sudo access, and we can give it a user again.
Instead of
like I'm telling in real time scenario, like if we are giving a root credential, it is high privileged user, right? So
this will not be possible with low privilege user. If it is Windows or
yes, sir.
if it
Like
is,
we can create a separate user with like whatever the privilege root have, we can use that user as well.
okay, I will be also coming to that point next. I will be coming with one scenario. So let me move with the flow. Then I will come to that point. Now root, okay, and this password is Splunk. Now you need to escalate privileges either with sudo or super user. So this user should have either sudo rights or this should be the root or super user. Okay. Now what will be the root? As it has the same thing, you need to enter the same thing, SPLUNK, Splunk. Nothing changed. Save the policy. And now successfully we have created two policies today. One was for Windows and other was for Linux, which is gray box policies. You can see here name created today. So this is what. Now a question to you people, all. Okay. Now a question to all. Even from Abdul Azim, I am picking randomly. Okay. Abdul Azim to Bhavender to Dharmendra, Lakshmi, Naresh, Pavan, everyone. A to Z alphabets. Right. So I'm coming in alphabetical order. Last I can see Ujjwal. Okay. I could not find the last time like Moto. Not sure whether he is there or not there. I can't remember.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am there, sir. I am with Iqbal now today.
Okay.
With
Good,
Iqbal.
good, Iqbal.
Kamar Iqbal,
So,
sir.
like
I'm not
in
Moto.
future also, if you say Iqbal, I need to think one or two times. But you say, sir, I am Moto phone. That SM immediately I can recall you. Okay. Just
On that
kidding.
day, like I have registered through my phone, sir. That's why.
Yeah, I understand. Just I'm making, sometimes we need to crack joke in between to grab the attention. Nothing else. No other intention. So what will happen? Everyone will be connected with me.
Okay.
So that is only the intention. So yes, from A to Z. So question to you all people. Let us assume that if I come to you physically and ask you your mobile will be locked. Now I will say, hey, can you tell me the password? Will you share me the password?
No. No.
Obviously,
No.
Sir, it depends, sir.
It depends. Like if we are known, then only we can share.
कौन है? Depends. कौन इतना अच्छा बंदा है?
मैं पवन.
मैं इकबाल, sir.
अच्छा. Still you share your phone password. ठीक है. Will you share your bank password?
No, will not share.
नहीं ना. I assume that if you are able to give the password, now that is not your personal phone. When I'm talking about your personal phone, ऐसा नहीं है कंपनी का फोन दे देना उसमें तो कुछ रहता ही नहीं है. I'm talking about your personal phone. Assume that there are personal things, there are lot of notes written, everything. Are you going to share?
No, we will not share.
Not sure. Anyone, any good guy who can share?
हाँ सर, भाई तो यूज करता ही है सर फोन को, वो कभी कभी कुछ अपना करने के लिए। घर में कम फोन है सर, तो यूज कर ही देता है सर।
So that is not your personal phone. You cannot call it as personal phone.
नहीं सर,
वो
पर्सनल
पब्लिक फोन हो गया।
नहीं
ठीक
सर,
है, वो
पर्सनल फोन ही होता है, वो मांग कर यूज कर लेता है सर। घर में कम फोन है, सो इसलिए वो यूज कर लेता है सर।
हाँ, फिर तो that is different case, but still
हाँ।
that don't comes under personal phone. That is public phone only,
Yeah, I
because
understand sir.
you will not do such activities because you are already aware that वो सब use करते हैं घर में.
जी जी।
So today, in today's world, we are very concerned about the security. We are not ready to share our mobile passwords or our bank details or anything to our colleagues, even my next brother or a brother from another mother, whatever it might be the case. Okay, we are not ready to share. Now the question to you people, the passwords which I was entering recently in this tool are of server passwords. Try to understand when I say server password, what does it means? Means, you can log in into that server with admin credentials. Now you can go, and if you can change anything, you can delete anything, you can modify, or you can update, or you can create some new instances. Getting my point? You can shut down a server. How a Linux admin will give the password then? Am I clear? My intention, are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
I was talking
sir.
about the mobile password or bank password. We are not ready to share. Okay. Then what will be the case? How a companies assume that you went tomorrow for SIEM expert, or you went for Aditya Birla, you went for Tata, Ambani. Okay. Everywhere you went on site, sitting into that location physically, doing vulnerability assessment, and how can you expect that that person will come and say, hey, you are brother from another mother, take the server passwords? Practically, this is not possible. Okay, I am trying to convey this in funny words because that will get to remember. कल कहीं जाओगे तो पूछने से भी पहले समझ में आएगा. No, that is not the case. And assume that if he is sharing, if he is not brother from the another mother, still he is sharing, he is not aware of the security. So in that company, security awareness is necessary. Okay. So assume that, so that is not the case where you go, you sit, he will come directly. He will say, hey brother, please take the server passwords and please proceed with the activity. That will not be the case. So how the passwords will be shared? There will be two scenarios to share the passwords. Okay. How the admin is going to share? There are only two scenarios. First scenario, he will create a dummy, like dummy user. Now this dummy user will have the admin rights, full rights, I can say. Or this can be the same like top level user, but this dummy user will be only subjected to that activity. Once your activity is completed in 5 days or 10 days, this user will get deleted. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So once he will, so that dummy user is only subjected to that activity. So that dummy will be the dummy VAPT user. So I am telling you dummy name. So he will create like admin SIEM. So he will, as you are a third party, or if you go, so he will create in that manner, and that will be dummy user. That once the activity get completed, he will close that and he will revoke that credentials also. So once on the day activity completed, he will delete everything. But one thing, even creating a dummy user, less people prefer, because if somehow you are still giving full rights, right? Tomorrow with the dummy, assume that if your activity is for 1 day or 2 day, okay, theek hai, that is digestive. If your activity is of 1 month, means 1 month your systems might be vulnerable with dummy user, right? Still you go, you sign NDA agreement, you do everything, but there is a one set of mindset, right? 1 month that credentials are active, that is admin credentials, still it is used for VAPT. What if it is used for something else? So that will be the case. So some other people, like some other organizations, go for the second method. They will not create any user. They will not share the credentials. They will not do anything. Then how the activity will go means they will come physically, take access of your computer. So you need to sit and yes, after that they will enter the, you should say only, hey, please enter the username and password in this policy. So they will come, they will enter the username and password in the policy. You need to only save the policy, then they will go. So they, most of the people, 90 or 80% will prefer second way. They are not ready to share. In very few cases, they will come and they will share, okay, take this password, dummy password, or they will say. And few are very like more concerned about the security. You know, if they are typing the password also, they will say, hey, don't see what I am typing. Just move away. Few of them, they don't cooperate in that perspective also. अरे मैं तो देख नहीं रहा हूँ ना. नहीं, not possible. Just you need to turn your head also in some scenarios. You need to turn your head. He will enter the password. Then now turning head is very rare case. 1 or 2% people will do. But yes, even that happened with me. नहीं, मैं enter नहीं करूँगा password. If you don't move away from your system, so I need to move. I need to see here and there. He will enter the password. Then I need to click on save. So this is how it happens. And you know that turn your head will be the candidates like last year or last but 1 year their servers got compromised. तो उनको तब वो डर लगा रहता है. So after compromising, security comes in picture. You know, right? Once something break onto my head, then only I am more concerned about it. So it happens. So am I clear now?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is the case. So Bhavinder, like don't worry. Most of your answers will be answered in this session itself because I am going practical based, real time based.
Sure, sir.
So now we have created the passwords and we are also aware that in real time how passwords will be shared to us. Like very few cases client will come, yes, dummy credentials he will be giving, but most of the time client will, if you're working remote also, client will say give your any days access, he will come, he will enter, then you will save and go. And you know, one time some of the clients, like while creating the policy, what is the thing, I will configure all those things and I will click here, then I will be showing to them. Fine. Now while entering into Windows, now there are few more candidates, you know, they are very alert and active. While entering here, are you getting any pop-up messages like any warnings? Any warnings? Any warnings are displayed here? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No warnings.
No, sir.
The same candidate, if he comes to Linux, you know, and if he comes to this password, can you read this? Anyone can read this.
Okay, so the password could be compromised if NAS is connected to a rough SSH server. This can be mitigated by providing NAS with a known host file in global settings section below.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
So some fellows will come and ask me, hey, I am entering the password here, that is unsafe. So I need to convince them, brother, from my another mother, try to understand that I came here for VAPT. And if I am trying to connect this message to a rogue server or a fake server, then there is a chance where your passwords will get compromised. But that is not the case. I'm not going to connect to a rogue server. I'm sitting in your infra. Okay. And if something happens also, there are few other actions you can take. Happily, you can enter. So there are some psycho type of candidates. After seeing this pop-up message, they will call to their manager first. Whoever has given the approval to enter the credentials. Again, he will call, ऐसा है scenario. Then he will say, still you can proceed, no worries. That is our trusted vendor. So nothing is going to happen. I will take care of it. Okay, even such scenarios happen. So done with the credential part, made you few of the things highlighted. Next, moving forward, How to do scanning now? If these two IPs, where are those two IPs? Vanished. Okay, that is here, I guess. Yes. So these two IPs are of Windows. Come here, copy like this IPs, and go to gray box. How to put scan? Can anyone guide me now here?
Click
How
on
to
new
scan?
scan.
Click on new scan.
Click on user defined.
Click on user defined.
Click on user defined. Just a second,
Which
getting
you
a call.
uploaded for Windows.
Yeah,
Gray box
Windows.
on that.
Correct.
Put the
Just a
IPs.
second. Okay, just a second. Just a second. Hello. So sorry, just I got an urgent call. Yeah. So we need to go and we need to click on that uh, gray box and then new scan, then user defined, then which Windows, as I'm doing Windows.
Yes, provide the IPs there.
Provide the IPs there. Any rest setting, should I do that? No.
No.
No,
You can, if you want, you can write here two IPs. Okay. You can write here two IPs. I'm writing today also, the keyword today, to understand that I am doing, still no need to write, but writing here today. So I can go and I can launch this scan. Okay. I'm launching this scan for Windows. Hopefully if it gets scanned, if license is not expired, well and good. सब चंगा नहीं है तो कोई issue नहीं, already results are with me. Next, second one, picking two IPs of Linux. Copy this, come here, tell me how to scan Linux. Any other one, any other volunteer? What to do for Linux? How to go?
same procedure. Go to again new scan. There we have created already template like
What template?
that one only.
Yeah,
For
great. Paste IPs, right? To
or we want.
yeah, no need to rename also, but you can write also. Only just to differentiate, I'm writing it. Go launch the scan. After launching the scan, you need to wait. होगा scan क्या हो रहा है? नहीं होगा, I guess. हाँ नहीं होगा. That will not be the case because अच्छा होगा. Let me see. Windows, where is Windows? Yeah, this one, right? If IP is yeah, okay. Means today the key is working. Hopefully, successfully. So this is how the scan will go. After completing the scan, you can see the results in this manner. So without wasting time, moving forward. So you need to wait for 10-20 minutes where your scan gets completed. The next point will be after completing the scans. Okay, after completing the scans, how to identify that the credentials was success or failed. Because it is not the case like if I went and if I gave the credentials, so there might be a typing mistake also, right? Instead of capital, I have typed small. It's something, anything can be happened, or the credentials are wrong itself, or they are not working, or they don't have admin rights. So there might be some credential issues post scanning. How to identify that? Okay, once the scan get completed, come like here, click here. After Windows scan get completed, you will see this summary the same way for black box. How you see here, you can see a scan summary. At least let me complete with the scan summary first. How many critical vulnerabilities are identified?
49 critical vulnerabilities.
High,
226.
medium,
66.
66.
Low 9.
low,
9.
9. Some sort of results I got. After seeing in details, you can see scan name, plugin set. Like I said already, right? 2022 10th month 30 date. 2003 might be something. I'm not aware of this number, but yes, this will be the date, plugin date. Okay, I guess this will be time, I guess. 23, like 8 o'clock. I am not sure, but that might be the case. Plugin set, because with the help of this plugin set only, Nessus team will let you know that if you have scanned, why that was not detected. So that is the case. So this will be the like plugin. And rest, if you can see here, authentication, as we have, this is authentication scan. So can you see authentication, how many success and how many fail?
One success, one fail.
Success, one
How many
fail.
IPs we scan?
Succeed and not failed.
How
Two
many
IP.
IPs? Two
Two
IPs.
IP.
So out of two IPs, one is success and one is failed. That I came to know here itself, right? These are some plugins, what we have done. This is the scan duration and whatever the rest of the additional details that you can see in the scan summary. Now one failed. So which one failed and which one success? How to check this? Come here, click on vulnerability, type here auth, authentication. You just type auth, that will be enough. Okay. So after typing auth, clicking in vulnerability, you will come to know that target credentials status by authentication protocol. How many things you can see like this, starting with this keyword? Like target credentials. How many times you can see that?
3 times.
What are those three? Can you pronounce? Like, tell, read, nothing else, read.
Target credential status by authentication protocol, target access problem by authentication protocol, and target issues by authentication protocol.
So these three things you need to check. The term which is with authentication, that you need to check. Okay. So I am clicking on the first one. So which two IPs I scanned? So let me 142 and 125, right? So let me write here first here itself. Two IPs which I scanned is of 142 and 125, two IPs. Now I went here, I clicked on vulnerability. After clicking, I typed here auth. I got three keywords with authentication. Ignore this, like these are the not required. So you need to focus on info only. I'm clicking on the first one. After clicking on first one, I got this message: target status credential by authentication protocol is valid credential provided. For which it is telling that valid credential provided? Tell me.
125.
One or two, both? For first or second? Or both?
For both.
Both. You know why other people got paused? Because एक पास और एक फेल अभी बोला, दो पास है यहाँ दिखा रहा है. That is correct. Okay, that is how you need to. This is where your experience comes in picture. So one plugin ID is telling that this both IP, for this both IP credentials are valid. Like, okay, I got for both IPs. Okay, both. This is the meaning of both IPs, right? Now let us go and check the other one. There are three things. First, let us see all those three things. Now type auth here. First one done. This I need to check. Second one. What is this error I am getting? Maximum privilege account used in scan. Okay, I'm copying this, used in scan. For which IP I am getting like maximum privilege account needs to be scanned? 120?
125.
Okay. So I got one more error. In scan. Okay. This is only for 125. This is only for 120. 142, this error I did not get. Now let me go to the third one. And you see, when you see come in plugin details and click on more, you can see what you're getting this.
Permission was denied.
permission is denied. So Nessus was not able to go into all these locations because while with the help of these credentials, it was trying to go to that instances, it was getting denied. Then it came to know that no, this user don't have full rights. Understood my point? Now let me go to the third one. Then let me explain this scenario and let me show you the real-time difference. This is the third one, right? No issues found. No issues found for what you got?
142.
So the, actually, for example, if your IP is fully scanned, okay. One more highlight: if your IP is fully scanned without any issues, then that will come under this bucket. You see here, only for 142, no issues found, and for 125, you got some issues. What is that issue? This plugin is telling that for 125, there are permission denied issues. For that reason, it said maximum privilege account used in scan. Okay. And but what about the credentials? Both credentials are valid. Am I clear? Both credentials are valid.
Yes, sir.
Assume that if credentials was failed, directly it will say authentication after this target issue status by authentication protocol invalid credentials provided. You will get that error. I will show that error also. So now how you need to understand or figure out, because this is the method how you can see. This is the one method, and second method. Now there should be difference, right? What you came to know, 142 IP scanned fully, right? This scanned fully. And what about this 125? Scanned partially.
Partially.
It has scanned also, but there were some areas where Nessus was not able to go. What are those areas? You got permission denied issue. So that is the case. Now let us see the difference also by our eyes. Can you see difference with our eyes? Can you see difference?
Yes, it got
Yeah.
full
Yes, sir.
scanned.
What is the
and
difference?
One is fully scanned and another one is partial.
Color code difference, sir.
Color code
Yes,
difference.
color code.
For critical, in fully scan 47, 223, 53, info level, this thing. Here you see critical 2, high 3, medium 13, low 1, 143. So it does not mean that 125 did not scan. It scanned also. But this is not full scan. Tomorrow, if someone comes and someone try with full credentials, he will get new issues. Then you will be cross questioned. You also scanned. Why did you not get those issues? So this is how the real time cross question comes. This is how the interviewer also tricks you, asking you, are you aware? Full scan, half scan, partial scan. अब तुम बोलोगे सर स्कैन करते तो पास होता है, नहीं तो फेल होता है. ये half क्या, full क्या, half minded हो गया. So this is how the real time questions. If you really worked on vulnerability management and if you are aware of the scans, this is the difference. I could have went and made this fully, but I need to show you the, see, today, if I come here and show all the past things, tomorrow you will go and scan, you will get failed. You will say, what is the, how to figure out? So my intention here is to highlight you all those things. Past scenarios also, show you the fail scenarios, show you partial scenarios also. Done? Now, this is one of the case. Let me show you some other cases also. Linux or Windows, if you see fail, that will come like failed only. How to check authentication? You people guide me now. How to check? Where to go?
Vulnerabilities, we have to enter auth.
Vulnerabilities.
Auth. ठीक है, किया. क्या आया? एक ही आया अभी.
Failure. It's not at all login to this.
Means this, the credentials which you gave, that did not log in at all. Assume that if it was login, then you will get this one, like target valid credentials. And after login, if you don't get like just a second. Okay, I got this. So after login, if you get either, there will be no issues found. When I say no issues found, does not mean that koi issue nahi mila. It means there is no issue with this credentials. If you find issues like maximum required, something is required, something is required, so that you need to figure out. Okay, that you need to figure out. So that will be the case. So see here, that will be the case now. We need to understand what will be the scenario or how. So this is how we need to identify. If you get failed, so yes, you will get directly failed. Now don't directly say that sir, Nessus is telling both are passed, then Nessus is telling uh, only one with no issue. So this is how you need to identify. Clear? Now let us take the Linux scenario also. Linux scenario where I went again and I rescanned it. This one. Now you see success may be aaya, but directly getting success is not the case. That should be full success. Now see here how many plugins you got with authentication keyword.
2.
3.
2. 3.
2.
As it is Linux, you need to consider that also. But if it was Windows, only 2 you will get. Third one you will not get. As it is Linux, it is telling SSH plugin also comes in picture. That's it. So now this is anyhow you see here SSH password authentication accepted. And you remember there when we scanned for we checked for Linux, the failed one, we did not get the such plugin only. SSH password authentication accepted. And right? Remember?
Yes,
Not
yes.
remember
Yes,
showing
sir.
it. Auth में सिर्फ एक ही आया यहाँ पे, and that was directly failed. No other authentication keyword required. Now come here and see for fully scan. Even in auth you got 3. So one is SSH credentials accepted. One is if you open this will be no issues found, means this has been scanned fully, and there will be one more auth valid credentials provided. Clear? So which user you scanned, root, and escalator privileges with sudo. Everything you can see here. So this is how you can go and scan the targets. See, even today's Linux has been scanned. Let me open this. Okay.
Sorry for the interruption. Like in this case, we are using only 2 IPs. Okay, so if in a real time, like there may be some huge amount of IPs, right? So
Correct.
there will be like difficulties to find out those.
In difficulties in what?
Like here we have only 2 IPs so that we can found easily. So this is a connection is happening, this is rejecting, like so maybe if the count is like high, so is there any other ways to find out, or this is the way?
Okay, coming to that also. Coming.
I have one more doubt. Okay. Here, when we are scanning the two IPs, right? We are giving only one password, one username for 2 IPs, right?
Right.
Okay. But if it is this 127 IP has different username and password, one more IP has different password. In this case, how it will work? If
Go
those...
and create 2 separate policies.
Okay.
You don't have any other option there. Assume that
most of the times will be scanning most of the IPs that server IPs having different username password, means we have to create different policies, you are saying?
Yeah, yes. I will come to that point also. Anyhow, let me answer your first question.
Okay.
Now you see that at least sometimes it will take very long, short period of time. Sometimes it will take half an hour, 1 hour. Now, before scanning, how you should confirm that the credentials are right. Client is client going to share the credentials?
No.
अब जब क्लाइंट देगा ही नहीं क्रेडेंशियल, तो मुझे पता ही नहीं वो पासवर्ड उसने क्या लिखा, राइट? He has not given me the credentials, so I am not aware that what type of password he has written, whether he has written his girlfriend name or my girlfriend name. I am not aware. Then how I can validate? Try to understand. There is there is also a chance to validate. Irrespective of the cases, before going to the scan, you can go. If it is Linux, go here, install, go there and open, download putty or putty, what you call it as.
Yeah, putty
Okay.
session.
Go, if you are trying to do credential scan for Linux, go and install putty here. Now even this will be also like time consuming, because the challenge here is no one is going to share you the credentials. Assume that client said, okay, go and do scan for 127 IP Linux it is. He will say, okay, I'm going to enter the credentials. You can say, just a second, let me check whether your credentials are valid or not. Why client to overconfident hota hai. Try to understand. He will be overconfident. He will say, whatever I'm entering, that is right. You should tell him that, yeah, that is right. But for my troubleshooting purpose, first try to log in putty. Okay. So go 168.0.127 and then select 22 SSH, click on open. Here it will come as login as. Now entering the password root, enter the password SPLUNK Splunk, logged in. After doing this, just go and type sudo here and check. Okay, if sudo is not working, tell him that this root credentials don't have sudo rights. I need sudo rights here. Here itself, you can sort one of the headache. Okay, and if you can also type su super user. So this root user also have super user access. Okay, so this will be the case. Am I clear? If you type sudo, you will not get this output. You will get some other thing. If sudo is not supported or sudo rights is not there, directly you can say this user don't have sudo rights. Sudo is not supported here. Please go and give sudo rights. Either I need super user. So here itself, one of the headache will get sorted out, because no need to wait for large IPs. Assume that if that client was not aware, okay, if that client is not aware and he entered the wrong password, so there itself it got sorted, right? You can say, please, like whatever the password you are entering, that is wrong. So my message can be also get failed. One case. Okay, and if it is Linux, if it is Windows, you need to directly go and take remote RDP of that server. Okay, the way how we are taking uh, RDP for this jump server, same way you need to take target for that. You need to go remote desktop connection, come here, enter that IP, enter that username, password, and click on login. If you are logged in, you will get the console like this. The console what I am getting. What you can check, you only need to come here after logging into Windows Server, click on command prompt, click run as administrator, and check. If it don't ask you the password when you click run as administrator, means that user has administrative rights. Still you can confirm. Still you cannot confirm the privileges issues or something, but something is in your hand. And assume that if it is asking the password prompt, please enter user and password again, means you can say that this user don't have full rights. Please give the full rights, because if I try to open command prompt in administrator mode, that should directly get open. That I am telling with my experience. Okay, how to, that question was out of this session, telling you with my experience how you can identify or how you can go a little bit more smoothly. Am I clear till here? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear.
Don't blindly trust him. If it is Windows, ask, brother, please enter here. If it is Windows, take RDP. After RDP, just you go and put little more efforts and open command prompt in administrator mode. If it get directly open, well and good, you can go and scan. If it is not getting open, it is asking again password. It means not only for me, for Nessus also, it will ask again and again password. And Nessus don't have that mechanism. It can reuse this password there. So you can say him that, please give me full right credentials. Same applies to Linux. If it is Linux, go and do the same. Run sudo. If sudo works, then you can go and escalate privileges with sudo. And if super user works, then you can also escalate privileges plus sudo plus super user. You have alternate options there. You can go trial and error. You can do. Then no problem. You can go through the recordings later. Okay, someone. Yeah. Next, one more point now here. It was good, like we had only 2 IP, sir, you have scanned only 3 IP, 4 IP, 10 IP, 100 IP. What if I get 100 IP? Even 100 IPs, to remove that headache, fail headache, the approach will be same. Go and take putty, then put the scans. It will avoid your rework, it will avoid your efforts also. If not in that case, I will tell you how to figure out that also. I will tell you that how to figure out that also. If it is 100 IPs, that will be done by downloading the report. So I will be showing you that. Okay. Now moving forward with the results. So let me come to my slides now. Let me come to my slides and finish here. Then I will move forward now, because I need to pause my slide till here. Then I will be teaching you how to do reporting. Then I will be teaching you what exactly is the vulnerability management, how it comes in picture, what to do, what not to do. Then with few more things, we will be winding up. So still I am going in the right flow. Do you feel I am going fast? Yes. Do you feel?
No, sir. Like it's okay.
ठीक है ना? It is not you are coming in general train, I am going in Chennai Express, right? We are on the same path. Everyone is with me.
Yes.
Yes? No?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, great. If you feel I am going fast, let me know. So this is how the credential scan is there. Okay. So this is how the credential scan already we discussed in detail, in depth, with practical approach just before. So no need to read the slides. Go and read the slides later on. I'm less interested in slides. Scan analysis. This is the next phase. Okay. This is the next phase where you are little bit things comes in picture, where you will analysis. Already you analysis the few things. Plus you, after getting the results also, you need to analyze those results. To analyze those results, okay, we will be discussing after this slide. Okay, so how to do scan analysis. So this is the phase. From the prerequisites phase, we have done the prerequisites. We have also done successfully scanned in SS. The next phase will come is called a scan analysis. After doing scan analysis, you will be removing the false positive things. After removing false positive things, you will be reporting. So that also we will be discussing. In scan analysis, there is false positive and false negative, or it is also called type 1 error and type 2 error. Can anyone tell me what exactly it means? Anyone?
So could you please come again, sorry?
Have you heard about false positive or false negative? In other words, it is called type 1 and type 2 error. You should be aware. Splunk use किया है, ये सब use किया है. ये terminology तो सबको पता होनी चाहिए.
So maybe false positive in the sense like we have received a critical in the scan report, but while we are checking upon, we came to know that it's not that much vulnerable. Maybe we can consider this as false positive.
Okay. Then what about false negative?
The false negative is where
actually a
alert is
positive.
not given, but incident has happened.
Very good. Correct. Okay, let me just remove my charging. Just a second. Yeah, so correct. See, this is called as false positive and false negative. Let me tell in simple and some other words. Now, not every time the same example I give. Now only I got some mind when you with your answers. Okay, you have put your alarm, okay, in your home. This example I will be using later on. I came to my mind, strike to my mind. you are using some alarm mechanism. If something if something theft has happened into your home, you will get the alerts, like you will get notification something happened. There will be two cases. Okay, first, there are 4 or 5 cases. We are talking about 2 cases. First case, like in a normal case, if everything goes fine, if thief enter into your home, do something, you will get notification. This is what you are aware of. Okay, if thief don't enter into your home, you will not get the notification. This is also what you are aware of. There are two other possibilities which can happen. Okay, thief has not entered into your home, but you got the alarm. Means false, positive. Thief has not entered into your house. False. But you got the alarm. False, positive, you call it as. Okay. Thief has entered into your house, but you did not get any alarm. Means his task is over. You are waiting for an alarm. Something like that. Am I clear here? This a real-time example I can say. Where so you call this thing as incident has happened, but not logged. But one more case, incident has not happened, but there is a log. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Please repeat last two lines. Your voice got break.
Okay. In last case, like incident has happened, but I did not get the alarm. In other case, incident has not happened, but still I am getting some alarm. That is what called false positive and false negative, vice versa. So now let us see the slide and read by the definition terms. So false positive means most commonly that a vulnerability has been reported. When you scan in the Nessus, Nessus is telling that there is very big vulnerability or something. But when you went and checked that, nothing like that. That only a assumption you can say. So that is called as false positive. That is false, but it is your tool is telling that that is a positive result. In other words, it is called as type 1 error, where the scenario will be in such a way that there is a vulnerability, but when you go and check, nothing like that is called as false positive. The second case, false negative. The output of the vulnerability will tell you that there is no vulnerability, like for example, log4j. After doing this scan, thus you see scan result, you will not find anywhere log4j vulnerability has been reported by the scanner. But still your system is vulnerable with log4j. So such scenarios are called as false negative error, where your tool is telling that log4j, your server is not vulnerable for log4j. How did you confirm? You confirmed with the scanning. But in reality, your system is vulnerable with log4j and tool is not able to detect that. Am I clear? Now I have given 4 or 5 different definitions in different ways. So this is what is called a scan analysis phase. Am I clear now? No?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now coming to the last phase, which is called as preparation of the report, that we are going to discuss now. How it looks like. Now you even see this gray box scanning also done. You can come and see here for window IPs. Same results you will get. This is fully scanned or partially scanned. You can see here.
Sir, one more doubt, sir. Like in the scenario, like we have scanned and we have received vulnerability, critical vulnerability, and we have reached out the team and they said that that issue got fixed. Okay, the vulnerability got fixed through patch or anything else. But if still when we are scanning, if we receive the vulnerability, in that case, what we have to do?
That I will be telling you now.
Yeah.
Next phase. So let me download this. Okay, Windows 2 IPs here. After scan gets completed, the result will look like this. Clear? Coming here, you need to click on report and you need to download this CSV file. Okay, CSV file, and it's your optional. You need to select all these. It's your optional case. You want, you can select and you can generate the report. How to generate report? After scanning is done, one more thing, don't make a mistake like don't click on this IP then generate the report. If you click, I guess you will get only one IP in the bucket. Again you will face headaches like why my report, I have scanned two IPs while generating the report, only one IP I am getting. So be careful while while clicking, click on this report, click on this host, then generate on the report. Don't click somewhere else and do some other might get. If you click on this IP, then only one IP report you will be getting. Okay, so click on this host, go to report, click on CSV. This is optional. With self-interest or your own interest, you can check, click on generate report. Okay, now there are some other options also, like for generating, instead of CSV, you can download HTML report. You can go and do your own. Okay, you can go and try. You will get a HTML file. This is the Nessus generated report. This will be the Nessus generated report. So this is not what I am trying to say. Still you can go, you need to detail vulnerability with plugins and remediations. This one, if you click here, and if you generate the report, let me show that also. Generating. I have downloaded the two reports as of now. So it will take time because it will do in HTML format. Meanwhile, let me stop my sharing my screen and copy those files on my local system, because from there I cannot in a jump server. What I can say, those are not working, those stuffs. So yeah, done. Let it get copied. Yeah, reports got generated. Let me share my screen now. Let me share my screen. Yeah, now here, show all, yeah. So this is the two things which I came and downloaded now itself. I'm copying these two things. I'm not opening here, I'm opening in my own computer. Where is this new folder? I'm writing this folder name as today, pasting those files in this today folder. I got at least 1 minute break for pausing. Okay, let it get pasted. Meanwhile, just let me know, do you need a break now itself or should I continue? Are you feeling interesting or boring?
Interesting.
Interesting, good. Only one interesting out of 26. Are you really getting what I am trying to convey?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got it. So do you need a break? Or should I continue?
Continue.
Continue.
Let it get pasted, because if that was only CSV file, within 10 seconds, 15 seconds, it will get pasted. But There is a HTML that will be full document file, so it is taking time. You can go, you can download some other formats and you can see, but that will not be the case. Like if you go and give to the client will say that what did you do then? If you have generated the message report and given to me, what did you do then? So that will be the case. So for that reason, I will be showing you how to do just modifications, few things. And yes, for doing that, little bit you should have hands-on on Excel. If you don't know how to use Excel, you cannot work on CSV file. So, and coming to that, whatever the formulas what I am applying, you can refer the recording again and again. Okay. So that will help you, because I will be telling you detailedly, slowly only at that point. So you can read or refer the recordings again. So that will help you. Done. Okay. Okay. Just give me 30 seconds. Whatever. Let me come back. Just a 1 minute. Yes. So files got copied here. Now, let me go with this HTML format first. You can open this HTML format in browser. You can see here detailed vulnerability report, you can say, but this will be report is generated by Nessus. If client is okay with that, that is well and good. If not, see, you can come here, click on every vulnerability, everything in detail, synopsis, description, okay, solution, risk factor, plugin output. Like this report is full report, okay, full report with all the necessary inputs. You can go and you can read this. This is also like a detailed report, so no need to worry. Okay, this you will get now. How many pages is this? I'm not aware. I'm not sure how many pages, but yes, this will be a good number of pages, a report. So, hello sir, I could not continue this. Kindly share the recording. Thank you. Okay, welcome. So anyhow, Sulabh is going to share the recording. Recording with not will not be with me. No problem. You can do it. Okay. So this is what the report looks like. You can go and you can explore each and everything, click on each and everything, you will get to know. This is one case. Second case, open the CSV file. Okay, if you open the CSV file, this is what the report looks like. So if you are aware of little bit Excel, so what you need to do, first select all these columns, make it as bold, text color from here, make it as white. This background theme color, make it as any color, which color you want. Okay, you can play here color games, no need to worry. You can use your own color, so choose the colors and accordingly make little bit this big. Okay,